The last method we're going to use to multiply polynomials is the times table format. And this works all the time, and it's not in the textbook. So you can find it online though. Right? So what are we going to do? We could see here that the first polynomial has two terms. So our times table is going to have two columns. And then we can see our second polynomial has two terms. So our box is going to have two rows. Right? So here tells us, the first polynomial tells us how many columns, and then the second polynomial tells us how many rows we want to put into our times table format. So it's going to look something like this. We have two columns because we have two terms in our first polynomial, and we have two rows because we have two terms in our second polynomial. So we're going to put the first term in the first polynomial right here, the second term in the first polynomial right here, the first term in the second polynomial right here, and then the second term in the second polynomial right there. Okay. So now what we're going to do is to fill in this box, we're going to multiply these two terms together. So what we get is 6x squared. To fill in this box, we're going to multiply these two terms together. So it's going to be negative 8x. These two, it's going to be negative 3x. And then these two, it's going to be positive 4. Right. So now to find our answer, we're going to go ahead and just combine these all into one polynomial. So we'll get 6x squared minus 8x minus 3x plus 4. And then our last step is to combine our like terms. Right? So we're going to say 6x squared minus 11x plus 4, and we're going to put a box around that. Right? And you can see here in the last step I combined in my like terms the negative 8x and the negative 3x. So let's go ahead and try it one more time. You can see here that we have two terms in the first polynomial. That's going to be our columns. And then we have two terms in the second polynomial. That's going to be our rows. So let's go ahead and draw out our times table. And I'm going to put my 5a here, my first term in the first column, and then my second term of the first polynomial in the second column. The first term of the second polynomial here is the first row, and the second term in the second polynomial as my second row. And then we're going to go ahead and multiply. Right? So 5a times 3a is going to be 15a squared. 2 times 3a is 6a. And then 5a minus 4 times negative 4 is negative 20a. And then 2 minus 4 is going to be negative 8. Then we're going to take all of these terms that we've used in our chart, and we're going to put them into a polynomial. So it's 15a squared plus 6a minus 20a minus 8. We have one last step. We need to combine our like terms. So it's going to be 15a squared minus 16a minus 8. And I'm going to put a box around that. And so here is the times table format.